Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It is a beautiful day to dive into some serious daytime drama. Grab your coffee and let's just get right into the mess, because wow, do we have a lot to unpack today. And honestly, I am still trying to wrap my head around what just happened because the writers are really throwing us for a loop this week, so let's just get right into it. We need to talk about our Ridge Forrester, and this massive, explosive confession that is about to change absolutely everything. I mean, we all saw the tension building up. We all knew that the beach house fight between Will Spencer and RJ was going to have some serious fallout. But I don't think any of us realized just how dark and calculated this whole thing actually was. For the past few episodes, we have been watching Elektra Forrester just completely fall apart. She is in extreme agony, and it is so hard to watch. Ridge cornered her, he gave her that brutal ultimatum, and he basically forced her to permanently sever ties with Will to save her career at Forrester Creations. Ridge has been acting like this overbearing, dictatorial patriarch, demanding that Elektra stay away from Will because Will is supposedly this dangerous, unhinged threat to their family. Elektra threw her necklace at Will. She moved out of the beach house. She is suffering so much right now. Her heart is completely shattered. But here is the kicker. RJ has been watching her suffer. RJ, the guy who supposedly loves her, the guy who has been standing there playing the fierce protector, he has been watching Elektra cry her eyes out. And apparently he finally reached his breaking point. Witnessing Elektra in this extreme, crushing agony because Ridge forced her to leave Will, RJ just couldn't stay silent anymore. He couldn't do it, and I have to admit, I am actually a little shocked. I didn't think RJ had it in him to feel this kind of guilt. I really thought he was just going to ride this wave, play the hero, and swoop in to take Elektra for himself. Maybe I was being too harsh on the kid. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. He actually has a conscience somewhere in there. So RJ goes to find Ridge. He walks into his dad's office, and you can just imagine the heavy silence in that room. Ridge is probably sitting there, feeling all high and mighty, thinking he successfully protected his family from the big bad Spencer boy. And then RJ just drops the absolute biggest bomb of the year. RJ admits to his father that he orchestrated the entire thing. Yes, you heard me right. RJ confesses that he intentionally provoked Will. He admits that he deliberately used the most severely insulting, disgusting words about the Spencer family to push Will over the edge. RJ knew exactly what he was doing. He knew Will was already stressed out and drowning in guilt over the secrets he was keeping for Katie and Logan, so RJ just poked the bear. He poked and prodded and insulted Will's family until Will completely lost control and started throwing punches. And why did he do it? RJ flat out confesses to Ridge that his ultimate goal was to get Will fired. He wanted Will to lose his job at Forrester Creations, and more importantly, he wanted Will to disappear from Elektra's life forever. Let's just pause and think about that for a second. Let that sink in. RJ set a trap, a literal, perfect trap. He didn't just get into a random argument with Will. This wasn't just two guys losing their tempers over a girl. This was a calculated, manipulative, cold-blooded setup. RJ weaponized Will's famous Spencer temper to eliminate his romantic rival? And it worked perfectly. It worked so perfectly that Elektra dumped Will and Ridge fired him. RJ got exactly what he wanted, but he didn't factor in how much it would destroy Elektra in the process. Ridge's reaction to this confession, oh my god, Ridge is completely horrified. He is absolutely shocked to learn that his golden boy, his precious son, orchestrated this perfect trap. Ridge has been parading around Forrester Creations for days, acting like Will is some kind of wild animal who just attacked RJ unprovoked. Ridge used this fight as ammunition to destroy Will's life and control Elektra. And now Ridge realizes that his own son is the actual villain of the story. What is Ridge supposed to do with this information? What were they thinking, writing RJ into this kind of dark corner? It's brilliant, but it's so messy. Ridge is now faced with the ultimate dilemma. The truth threatens to completely destroy the Forrester family's reputation. If this gets out, it is going to be a PR nightmare of epic proportions. Forrester Creations is already dealing with the massive fallout from Hope Logan defecting to Katie's fashion house. Eric's haute couture show is being overshadowed. The media is swarming them. And now, if the press finds out that the CEO's son maliciously set up an employee just to steal his girlfriend, it's over. The scandal would be too much. So Ridge is trapped. He is in a massive dilemma. Does he protect his son? Does he sweep this under the rug, hide the truth from Elektra, and let Will take the fall for something he was manipulated into doing? Or does he execute justice for Will? Does he do the right thing, tell the truth, and clear Will's name? If Ridge does the right thing, he has to face Bill Spencer, and let's be real. Who actually believes this is going to end well if Bill Spencer gets involved? If Bill finds out that RJ Forrester intentionally set a trap to destroy his son's life, Bill is going to go nuclear. Dollar Bill revenge mode is not something you want to mess with. Bill is already furious at the Forresters. He is already plotting to destroy Forrester Creations with the New Hope by Logan line. He has the hope for the future diamond. He has the momentum. If Bill learns that RJ provoked Will with horrific insults about the Spencer family just to ruin him, Bill will not stop until RJ is in jail or worse. Bill will use his entire media empire to crush RJ and Ridge. Ridge knows this. Ridge knows that protecting RJ means keeping a dirty, ugly secret. But Ridge also has a very long history of being a massive hypocrite. Think about it. Just think about it. How many times has Ridge covered up for his kids? How many times has he looked the other way when Thomas did something awful? How many times has he protected Steffy? Ridge always chooses his children over the truth. So why would this be any different? But then again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ridge will actually look at RJ and say, you have to take responsibility for this, because RJ's actions didn't just hurt Will, they hurt Elektra. Let's talk about Elektra for a minute, because she is the real victim here. She is caught in the crossfire of this toxic male ego battle. She was horrified by Will's violence. She threw her necklace at him. She packed her bags and moved out of the beach house because she thought Will was a monster who couldn't control his rage. She thought Will betrayed her trust. She has been crying her eyes out, feeling like her whole world has collapsed. And all this time, RJ was standing right there, playing the good guy. RJ was comforting her. RJ was acting like he was just an innocent victim who got beat up. The level of manipulation is staggering. When Elektra finds out the truth, and you guys know she will, because secrets never stay buried on this show, she is going to explode. She is going to be so furious at RJ for playing her like a pawn. She is going to realize that RJ doesn't respect her at all. He just views her as a prize to be won. And what about Katie? A few episodes ago, Katie found out about Will's violent outburst and she blamed herself. She thought her demands for corporate secrecy regarding the Logan launch had stressed Will out so much that it destroyed his life. Katie has been carrying this massive guilt, thinking she ruined her son's relationship. But it wasn't Katie's fault. It was RJ. RJ is the one who pushed Will over the edge. If Katie finds out that a Forrester boy set up her son, she is going to team up with Bill and they are going to rain fire on Ridge. Honestly, I am just typing fast here because my mind is racing with all the possibilities. The writers have set up a literal powder keg. And what about Melissa Dillon? She just had this passionate, romantic encounter with RJ at the beach house. She is falling for him. Does she know what RJ did? RJ has been acting so sweet with her, but he is hiding this dark, manipulative side. If Dylan finds out that RJ is still this obsessed with Elektra and that he went to such psychotic lengths to get Will out of the picture, Dylan is going to have her heart broken all over again. She is going to realize she is just a distraction for him. I just keep going back to Ridge sitting in that office, staring at his son. Ridge has been so incredibly harsh lately. He literally just kicked Donna out of the executive office because she kept a secret. He demanded absolute loyalty. He has been judging everyone else for their lies. And now his own son is standing in front of him, admitting to a lie that is 10 times worse than anything Donna did. Will Ridge hold RJ to the same standard he holds everyone else? Of course not. Ridge is the king of double standards. He will probably try to justify it. He will probably say, well, Will shouldn't have thrown the first punch anyway. Ridge will try to spin it in his head so that RJ is still the victim, because that is what the Forresters do. They always think they are better than the Spencers and the Logans. They always think their mistakes are justified, while everyone else's mistakes are unforgivable sins. But RJ's guilt is real. The fact that RJ couldn't stay silent anymore shows that he is cracking under the pressure. He saw Elektra's tears and it broke his facade. He wanted to win, but he didn't want to break her. And now he has to live with the fact that he is the reason she is in so much pain. So what happens next? Does Ridge swear RJ to secrecy? Does Ridge go to Will and apologize? Yeah, right? I can't even type that without laughing. Ridge Forrester apologizing to a Spencer. Never going to happen? But Ridge has to do something to fix Elektra's situation. He can't just let her continue to suffer, knowing that his own son caused it. Maybe Ridge will quietly lift the ban on Will. Maybe he will stop pressuring Elektra, but if he does that without explaining why, Elektra is going to be suspicious. She's already starting to question why RJ was so conveniently at the beach house during the fight anyway. Elektra is smart. She is going to start putting the pieces together. And let's not forget about Bill. Bill is a shark. He smells blood in the water. If Bill gets even a hint that RJ provoked that fight, he will launch a full-scale investigation. He will hire people to dig up whatever they can on RJ. Bill will use this to completely destroy Forrester Creations' reputation right when they are at their most vulnerable. I am honestly a bit tired today. I've been staring at this screen for hours trying to map out this family tree of lies, but I still care so much about this storyline. It feels different this time. Usually, RJ is just the background nice guy. He's the peacekeeper. To see him take on this manipulative, almost Thomas-like villain role is fascinating. It shows that he really is his father's son. He has that Forrester arrogance, that belief that he can manipulate people's lives to get what he wants. But he is also Brooke's son. He has that guilt. He has that need to confess when the guilt gets too heavy, and that is exactly what he just did. So, what are your thoughts? Guys, do you think Ridge is going to cover this up? Do you think he will actually throw RJ to the wolves to save the company's integrity? Or will he try to handle Bill Spencer on his own? And how long until Elektra finds out she was played for a fool? This show is just firing on all cylinders right now. The drama is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Between Hope betraying the family for Logan, Eric and Donna's marriage collapsing, and now this massive RJ confession, Forrester Creations is literally burning to the ground from the inside out. And I am here for every single second of it. I'll be watching closely to see what Ridge's next move is. Because whatever he chooses protecting his son or executing justice, it is going to have massive, explosive consequences for every single person on this show. The Spencer-Forrester war is about to reach a whole new level of toxic, and we are just strapping in for the ride. Let me know in the comments what you think Ridge will do, and I will see you all back here tomorrow for more updates.